welcome back to yet another video. If this is your first time here, my name is Haylee, the Lucid Mystic, and I'm a lucid dreaming and out-of-body experience coach, and I help people experience these altered states of consciousness for life transformation and healing. Today we're going to be talking about a subject that I get asked about a lot, and I'm sure you have heard of it as well, and that is hypnagogia. What is hypnagogia? What is hypnagogic imagery? How do we induce it? And how is it related to dreams and our dreaming practice? So that is what we are going to get into in this video. Firstly, hypnagogia happens as your body is falling into sleep. So your subconscious mind is opening and your conscious mind is closing. In this state of consciousness, you may see swirling colors, flashes of light, you may see little dream scenes or faces or just random pieces of information, and a lot of this is information that you've processed or experienced throughout the day. This is also the state of consciousness that you might jumble up your numbers in if you're trying to count yourself to sleep, so a lot of you may be already familiar with this state. And also, if you have ever experienced a jerk or like a jolt as you're falling into sleep, that's called a myoclonic jerk, and that is a sign that you are in the hypnagogic state. The hypnagogic state also happens in the morning, but that is called 𝑘𝒓𝒔𝒄𝒂. It's basically the same state of consciousness, except you're coming out of sleep. So your subconscious mind is closing and your conscious mind is opening. So we can actually take advantage of these states of sleep and use them to further our dream practice or get better at staying awake as our body falls into sleep. Hypnagogia and 𝑘𝒓𝒔𝒄𝒂 happen in liminal states of consciousness, so if you practice staying awake in the hypnagogic or the 𝑘𝒓𝒄𝒂 state, you can actually turn those colors and images and visuals you see into full dreams. And practicing dreaming in this stage of sleep is called liminal dreaming. So if you ever hear someone talking about liminal dreaming, just know that they're talking about the hypnagogic and the 𝑘𝒓𝒄𝒂 state, right before you fall asleep and right after you wake up. So there's different ways to dream in all different areas of your sleeping cycle. In REM, you'll experience REM dreams and lucid dreams. In hypnagogia and 𝑘𝒓𝒄𝒂, you can experience liminal dreaming, and you can even practice staying conscious within deep delta wave sleep, which is really, really cool, and the Tibetan monks talk about that. It's called sleep yoga if you want to look it up, but we will be going into this in the future. There are a couple differences between liminal dreaming and REM dreaming. Liminal dreaming, of course, happens at the brackets of sleep, so before your sleep starts and after your sleep ends, if you can stay in bed and just keep your eyes closed and watch the imagery for a while. So liminal dreaming happens at the edges of sleep, and REM dreaming happens throughout your sleeping cycle. And also, within liminal dreams, it's mostly just stuff that you've processed throughout the day, so it's not going to be full storylines like REM dreams or lucid dreams. They're going to be just different pieces of dream scenes and pieces of information that you remember interacting with throughout your day. And the cool thing about liminal dreaming is you can actually practice it anywhere. You can just close your eyes right now in your chair and induce hypnagogic imagery. So it's just basically staying aware in your environment and having a little bit of awareness, but allowing yourself to fall into a light sleep. And this comes with different visuals and hallucinations that can turn into full liminal dreams. Now, I know a lot of you have asked how to induce hypnagogic imagery because there's a lot of lucid dreaming techniques that use hypnagogic imagery. But hypnagogic imagery is actually very easy to induce. Like I just talked about, you can do it really anywhere. But if you're using it to induce other states of consciousness like lucid dreaming or out-of-body experiences, you're definitely going to want to try this in bed, and you want to make sure you're comfortable. And the hypnagogic imagery will almost start automatically. It will just start, but all you have to do is keep a little sliver of awareness, and you'll basically just be able to move through this state of consciousness. That's probably the hardest part, is just keeping that awareness and keeping your mind aware. But the imagery will happen on its own. Good thing to remember though is to not try to interfere with it. Don't try to change all this imagery and control it, but allow it to play out. And that will allow it to not be disrupted, to flow, and to even build into a more clear and vivid dream. And again, when I refer to hypnagogic imagery, that's as you're falling into sleep, but you can use this in the morning during 𝑘𝒓𝒄𝒂 as well. All you'd have to do is after you wake up, just allow yourself to keep your eyes closed and just relax in bed, and you'll see these colors start to form slowly. What I like to do when inducing hypnagogic imagery, whether I'm in bed or just on the couch meditating or something, is I close my eyes, I completely relax, I usually take 3 deep breaths, and I start to feel the sensations around me. What does it feel like like to lay on the couch or to lay in the bed, wherever I am? What sounds can I hear? And that kind of keeps me grounded in my environment and helps keep me conscious of where I actually am. But then, the more relaxed I get and the more aware I can become, I start to see all these colors and these different things flowing in my vision. I start to see flashes of light and really bright colors and little pieces of dream scenes. Just little snippets, maybe random objects in my vision. And once it starts to get really random, and I start to just like see random things in my vision, that's when I know I'm starting to enter hypnagogic imagery. From that point on, you just want to hold on to your consciousness. You can do this by just grounding into what you can hear or what you can feel. You can start to create a dream scene in your head and walk yourself through a story. You can count. You can even say an affirmation. But the most important thing during this is to just keep a slight sliver of awareness. Even if you dip in and out of sleep, that's totally fine, but you want to be relaxed enough where your body starts to fall asleep, but you can keep just a slight sliver of awareness, and that's how we can use this to get deeper in the imagery and turn them into like full liminal dreams, which are really, really cool. And the more we practice awareness, we can take this awareness into different states of our sleep and into REM and actually induce lucid dreams just by practicing this awareness in the hypnagogic state. So it's really, really cool. This will also aid you in out-of-body experience work if you're trying to induce the vibrations or sleep paralysis, as we call it, and you want to use the hypnagogic state to do this. All you have to do is wake yourself up in REM. If you want to do it during REM, that will probably be the best for inducing an out-of-body experience, but it is possible to induce it outside of REM. But just to make it a little bit easier, if you want to aim for REM, wake yourself up and just allow yourself to kind of drift into a very relaxed state once you've woken up, but try to see if you can hold on just to a little bit of awareness. Just anchor that awareness in something, and you'll notice these hallucinations, these visuals start to take form, and you might also start to have auditory hallucinations after a while, and that's how we can be totally immersed in another state of consciousness and immediately start up a lucid dream or induce an out-of-body experience by using different senses. So it's really, really cool. Working with hypnagogia and hypnopompia will also help you stay aware for longer in your techniques and allow you to actually stay aware as your body falls into sleep. So it's really helpful for any technique you decide to use, whether it's like a lucid dream technique, an out-of-body experience technique, or you just want to practice keeping your awareness. This can even help you in meditation. So it just really helps build your awareness and allows you to bring consciousness into unconscious states. Right, guys, and that is all for this video. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that this helped you. A special thank you to my Patreons and my members. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. As always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.